Good. One of the one of the things that you get excited about as a coach is just when you see your team making some progress, and I think there's no question that our team is playing a cleaner game of volleyball right now. It's in probably all aspects of the game, like the direction that we're heading with our serve and pass game. I think we're not giving away as many points in that area. Attacking wise, since we've gotten in the conference play, our attacking errors have gone down quite a bit. I think we're blocking the ball a lot better, and we're getting some good play from a lot of different people. I think our younger players, Charlie Furbringer and Lola Schumacher, both of them have really upped their game the past few weeks, and it's made a huge difference for us. Love the direction that both of them have been heading, and the work that they're putting in has certainly been paying off. And but the conferences, our schedule the next few weeks is going to get a little bit tougher than probably what it has been, and the stakes climb as you move through the conference season, and certainly the level of teams that we're going to be playing are going to be increasing here pretty quickly.
With Oregon this week, that's your second of the newcomers, with two more to come. Is there, to you, a big difference in West Coast volleyball and Big Ten volleyball, or do you think there will be any impact stylistically from their addition?
I'll probably have a better answer after the end of the season. I mean, it's that's when you watch all four of them. I mean, that's a lot of tradition and winning programs. Have they won differently recently than Midwest teams? I'm not so sure. I think there was a much bigger difference in style of play probably a decade ago, for better or worse. But, I don't know. Oregon, I don't know. Maybe typically those West Coast teams have probably run it a little bit quicker to the pins than what we have. I'm not so sure that's the case anymore. Certainly the Oregon team that we saw last year was really, really fast in what they were wanting to do. And, is it quicker, this Oregon team versus some other teams in the Big Ten? I'm not so sure, but they're good. I mean, they've got one of the top attackers in the country, and Mimi Collier, and she carried a huge load for him last night in a great come from behind win in 5 against Washington. And they've got a lot of newer pieces around her than what they had last year. But one of the things I've been really impressed with is how all those new pieces have come together and have been playing well. It's taken us a little bit longer to get our pieces playing well together, and we return most of our people. That's one of the things. They've got so many new pieces, but they've come together and have been playing at a high level right from the get-go. They've got an experienced libero and an experienced outside, like I said, but the pieces around those guys have been playing really, really well.
Gigi's role has changed this year from her first couple of years. It's a little smaller role, but she seems like she's carved out an area where she still contributes significantly to you. How would you describe her adjustment to her new situation?
G's a team first player. I mean, she's so important to our team. She's first or second on our team in point scoring behind the service line. One of the stronger defensive players she's not in the passing pattern the past few matches. I think one of the things is just trying to get a consistency with all 6 rotations with the same 3 passers. I think has really helped us out. But her defense out of system setting and serving is so important. We need her in there as much as what we can. But she's been back behind out of the service pattern and at a point yesterday. We pulled Yulia out of the pattern and put Gigi in, and she stuck the pass. We had a first ball kill on it, and you see Yulia's excitement for that and not hanging her head and excited for Gigi coming up clutch in a pretty big situation. And to me that was just a really big example of team and Gigi putting the work in and handling a tough serve in a big moment for us. And so it's evolved. It's hasn't been probably overly consistent in her 3 years here of what her role has been, but you're going to get the best she has to offer every single day.
Kelly, last Monday you said that Washington match was the best you've seen your team play up to this point. Yeah. I asked Sarah about that on Wednesday, and she said yes, but this team is just never satisfied. They're always looking to get better. And I guess my question is, where does that mindset come from this group? Because it seems like play good, play bad. It's always all right. We got to get better. We got to get better. And I'm just wondering where does that come from?
Yeah. Well, I mean, Sarah's pretty hungry. I find myself using the phrase "lighten up, Francis" quite a bit with her, There's a hunger that has allowed her to get to the level of where she's at. Sometimes that she can squeeze pretty tight at sometimes. I think on Friday night we subbed her out for a couple minutes to just let the temperature come down that was inside of her, and sometimes that can get in her way, and it can get in the way of some of the other people. It's one of the huge reasons why, Chad McGahee has been so critical for our particular team and our program. He's our mindfulness coach, and being able to give them the tools to be able to calm down when necessary. But they've got big goals. They've got big dreams. Certainly Sarah's on the front end of that, but she's certainly not the only one that is, and they see what some of the other top teams are doing in the country, and some of the top teams that are while they've been playing the top of our league. And although we're getting better, we're not playing at that level quite yet. And I think we've got as much talent as anybody in the country, and that talent is starting to come together, which is certainly exciting to see. But we're nowhere near the peak of what we're capable of doing. And I think that when you're asking about Sarah, I think that's where her excitement and her competitiveness is. Let's keep going. Thanks, guys.